अब जाने दे, अब नो करो नो करो नो करो। सही है ना।
बजे लगा दे। अब बस जब आपको कुछ नहीं पहुँचाना हो तो ये
सॉरी यार
Hello, Assalamu alaikum. The first semi-final of Pakistan University Cup 2019 is being played in Jubilee Sports Complex, Karachi. Leading A just could be out and the ball landed quite safely. It was NAD versus Barrier University. Barrier University won the toss and opted to field first. They are on 3. Omar bin Riyaz, the right arm, bowling over the wicket. Fine shot of the back foot for nothing, straight to the field at cover. So very good start by Barrier University and they're bowling wicket to wicket. And so far they haven't given any loose ball. Good shot again, but straight to cover. So over comes to an end after the first over. It's 3 for none, NAD University.
पीछे वो
So 3-4 NAD University, and it's the first semi-final of the Pakistan University Cup 2019. Saleh Salim will bowl the second over. Is sharing the new ball. Right arm over the wicket and pulled it well. He's struck it in the air, and that should be the boundary. Yes, he's found the gap. It's the first boundary of the semi-final. Beautifully played. Saleh Rizwan's the man who pulled it beautifully with control. Saleh Salim was the bowler. He bowled a little bit short, and Salah had all the time to dispatch for the boundary. The first boundary of the semi-final, and good start of the over. Saleh Salim again. It's high in the air, pulled it, and it's a chance for the catch. In fact, the ball will land safely, and it's gone possibly beyond the boundary. Yes, up goes the arms of umpire. It's the first maximum of the semi-final. Superb shot. It's not a good start by Saleh Salim, and on both occasions he dropped the ball short, and Salah was so excited and was absolutely alert to dispatch it over the square leg boundary for maximum. Good, neat connection so far, and that's the kind of over they need early in the innings. It's just a 10 overs inning. The first over was very good, just 3 runs completed, and so far we have second over. This is how he reacts now. The third ball of the over coming up. Nicely played over the onside, going for the quick swinger. Could be tied, and could be out. Yes, umpire has raised his finger, and it's a wicket. It was a tough single here and a good throw from mid-wicket. And was too short, and umpire had no doubt whatsoever. He raised his finger, direct throw from the field. NAD University have lost wicket number 1 at a score of 13, and the new batsman is Mohammad Faiz. Mohammad Faiz, who will be non-strikers end as a run-out took place. In the air and just beat the man at gully, and could be the boundary. Yes, the ball has travelled very quickly. So 4 more to NAD University. Dilawar Merchant, who got a boundary, and it has been a very interesting over. The 6th boundary in the wicket, and then we have another boundary. Dilawar Merchant once again is on strike. Smashed it, and he's cleared the man at mid-off. 4 more. Very good connection by Dilawar Merchant. Was short outside the off stump and beautifully struck it. It was comfortably over the fielder for the boundary. So it's an expensive over from Saleha, and he has been on the shorter side. He has conceded some runs, so there was a wicket as well in form of run out. But overall, this over has belonged to the batting side, NAD University. The score moves on to 21 for the loss of 1 wicket. Down the leg side, it's a clear wide. He is feeling the pressure, Saleh, and missed the radar by some distance, so the batsman let it go. 19 runs the bowler has conceded so far. Tilawa Merchant has struck a couple of boundaries after losing his partner. The last ball of the over is coming up. 22 for 1 NAD. 19 runs of the over so far, and remember, in the first over only 3 runs were conceded. Tilawa Merchant on strike again. Nicely driven down the ground, 4 more. Superb shot, superb batting by Tilawa. It's an expensive over from Saleha. It's a 27 for 1. 26 for 1 after 2. So first semi-final of Pakistan University Cup 2019, and NAD University is taking on Barrier University. Jasim Khan is a new bowler who will bowl the 3rd over, and Mohammad Faiz will be on a strike now. Time for a spin now, and the 2nd over was very expensive, and Tilawa has really enjoyed himself. He played some lovely shots in the previous over, although he lost his partner, so there is no problem to carry on the momentum after losing one opener. Jasim Khan will be the bowling. Tilawa, the man on strike now, right-handed batsman. He will be facing Jasim Khan, left-arm spinner. Round the wicket now. There is a man at extra cover, and long off and long on. Or try to play the paddle shape. It was a risky stroke. The others got away with that. There are a lot of gaps are there towards the offside. There are some adjustment in the field placing. Their short third man backward point in the gully. There he goes again. Jasim Khan went for the big shot, misses completely. Dot ball again. He tried to play the slog sweep over the onside. Completely got beaten. Very good over so far from Jasim. Round the wicket again. Shot of catch it, but he played towards long on, and just a single. He wanted to get the placement right, but a good piece of bowling wicket to wicket. And Faiz, the left-handed batsman, he's on strike. And once again, there are some adjustments in the field. There's a left-hand right-hand combination. Try to play off the back foot and nicely played. It's found the gap. It was aerial, but it's found the gap as well. Completely safe shot in the end. It's a boundary from Mohammad Faiz, and
Try to play off the back.
Foot and nicely played. It's found the gap. The score moves to 32 now, and we are into third over. The last ball will be coming up of the third over. So far, the scoring rate has been excellent from NAD, and they've lost just one wicket. And the mid wicket has been brought back inside the circle, and just tapped away to the offside for one. The single to end the over. And after 3 overs, NAD 33 for 1. The first semi-final of Pakistan University Cup, and it's being played between NAD University and Delhi University.
33.
Right arm off. Zishan Aziz will be bowling then over number 4. The current run rate is exactly 11 runs per over after the end of 3 overs. 3 extras Bahria has conceded so far. Once again, they are taking time to make some adjustment in the field.
हो गया
Mohammad Faiz, the left-handed batsman, is on strike. The long on is in position. There is a man at mid-wicket. It's deep square leg. No slip in position. It's a backward point, a cover, deep point. That is nicely played towards the offside, and the quick single. Well run, well judged single, and the single to start with. Mohammad Faiz has got off the strike now as Dilawa Merchant, the man who is playing on 13, has got the strike back. So, for NAD's perspective, it's very important for Dilawa Merchant to stay on the strike as much as possible. So, left and right hand combinations are creating some problem for the bowling side, Bahria. So, they have to make adjustment in the field. A third man is going a little bit deeper. The man from the onside now is coming back close to the umpire. The right-handed batsman, Dilawa Merchant on strike. Big shot straight down the ground and nicely cut off by the fielder. Just 1 run taken. The port fielder from long off and long on, they got into action there in the end, just 1 run taken. Zishan Aziz is the bowler who has conceded just 2 runs. This is his first over. And so far 35 on the board. NAD University, Dilawa Merchant moves on to 14 and Mohammad Faiz is on 7. Shot of catch it here, and it played towards the white long off. 2 men converging and couple of runs taken. Mohammad Faiz, the man who has got 2. The wild throw in the end, but not punished. So with a couple, the score moves on to 37 now. Scoring rate is 10.57 and extras just 3 conceded so far. So Faiz on strike once again. Big shot down the ground, could be maximum, and it's a maximum. Superb shot this. Wonderful batting by Mohammad Faiz, and goes on strike once again.
Big shot down the ground.
So the bowler Zishan Aziz, and beautifully struck right off the middle for a glorious 6. A brave shot to play from Mohammad Faiz. There was a man at long on, but he timed the ball beautifully. He knew the ball would go all the way, and he comfortably got a distance here. So expensive over from Zishan Aziz. 10 runs he has conceded, and he's into his first over. The score into the 40s now, 43 for 1. Faiz on 15, Dilawa on 14. Zishan Aziz again. Better ball, better line. Just tapped it towards long off for 1. And still we have one ball left in this over, 11 runs conceded. The first over was the best over bowled by Bahria, just 3 runs they conceded. After that, NLD University, they dominated the innings so far. Dilawar Merchant on 14 now, will be on strike, the right-handed batsman. And the last ball coming up of the over. Try to glide the ball towards third man, got beaten. And the over comes to an end now. So after the end of 4 overs, it's 44 for 1, NLD. 44 for 1.
अब माइक पे नहीं कर सकते पूरा ग्राउंड नजर सुनने में
कौन बॉलर है?
मोहम्मद
Mohammad
आकिब
Akib is a new bowler. And Mohammad Faiz is on strike. Left-handed batsman is not properly timed it, but is asking for 2. Could be tied, and they have gone for the 2, and the throw is so wide. So comfortably, a couple of runs have been taken here. It's just tapped it towards the onside. There is a man at mid-wicket in the deep. There is another sweeper at long on, so plenty of spaces. So 1s and 2s are on. 46 for 1, and we are into the over number 5. So very good here. Mohammad Akib once again. Mohammad Faiz the man on strike. Nicely played towards the onside, straight to the fielder towards mid-wicket, just 1. Faiz has moved to 19. Dilawar Merchant, the right-handed batsman, will be on strike now, who is on 14. The 3 boundaries are struck by Dilawar, and Mohammad Faiz has struck 1 boundary and a maximum. His strike rate is 211, and Dilawar's Merchant strike rate is 116. So, Dilawar, the right-handed batsman, on strike. There's a man at the short third man at the cover and point. Could be out at long on and is out, taking it. So Dilawar Merchant has to go now. He smashed it hard, couldn't get the timing right, and been caught comfortably. Umar bin Riaz, the man who got a catch, a little bit dive forward, and disappointment for the batsman. He has to walk back now. So wicket number 2 has gone down now. Dilawar is the man who has to go. Next batsman is Adil Qaim Khani. Will join Mohammad Faiz in the middle. So it's a good partnership. And, finally has been broken by Mohammad Akib, who's into his first over. It's a very good catch picked up at long on. It was never easy there. He has to dive forward and completed a good clean catch. So 47 for 2, NLD. The batsmen have crossed, so Mohammad Faiz will be on strike. There is a man at long off, long on for left-handed batsman, and at cover, plenty of space for 1s and 2s towards the onside. Mohammad Akib has considered 3 so far. Here we go. Over the wicket, Mohammad Akib. Just tapped away for 1. He is off the mark. In fact, it's Mohammad Faiz who's got a strike. Adil Qaim Khani, the next batsman, who will be on strike now. A lot of space out there for 1s and 2s, so they are getting boundaries and 6s. Just 1 6. Still, they have they can rely heavily on singles and 2s. Their run rate is quite decent, so they can work on ones and twos to keep the scoreboard moving. The first ball for Adil Kaim Khani. Just couldn't play on the onside. The other thing is he got square on, so in the end just one. So I think he's got a blow on his finger as well. It wasn't a clean stroke. Nevertheless, he's got off the mark. Just 5 runs conceded, and the last ball will be coming up. So very good performance in this over by Mohammad Aqib. So far, he's pulled tight line and length. And he needs at least a boundary to make this over productive. Mohammad Faiz, who's on 20, faced 10 balls, has struck 1 boundary and a 6. Last ball of the over, smashed it down the ground towards long on, and they should be cut off. And just 1 run, so single to end the over, and also the 50 comes up for Kennedy after the end of over number 5. 50 for the loss of 2 wickets, and in 5s, and Kaim Khan is the man, the current batsman, is playing for Kennedy. So halfway stage of the innings, 50 for 2.
550.
Jasim Khan will bowl his over number 2. Has conceded 7 runs without a wicket. Faiz is on strike on 21. Nicely driven towards extra cover, just 1. Just 7 conceded by Jasim in his first over. They need to create some power on their own, because it's very difficult to use the pace of the spinners to get 6 or 4. Just beats the outside edge. Try to play the late cut, caught beaten. The right-handed batsman Adil Kaim Khani is new to the crease, and it can't waste much time in the middle. It's just a 10 overs innings, so he has to play some big shots. Here he goes for the big shot, and this is in the air. Not going for the six, could be out, and comfortably held at long on. It got high in the air, couldn't get the distance right, and the long on fielder had all the time in the world. Well just catch in the end. So Adil Kaim Khani has to go. Just got 1, just came and went. So wicket number 3 down.
He has to play some big shots.
पीछे गई. 2 into for Jasim Khan. 5 has to go back, so he was looking for the big shot here, sit down the ground, and completely missed it. So clean bowled in the end. More joy for Perry University. So they are coming back in the contest. They are coming with the semi-final. They need wickets here to put the pressure. So Mohammad Faiz was batting quite well, and has been dismissed now. So credit goes to Jasim. Has been excellent so far. Just conceded 8 in his 1.5, 4 overs, 1.4 overs, and picked up 2 wickets now. So double breaks in the over. So Kennedy University is losing a plot here. Osama Rajput is the next batsman. So both fresh batsmen in the middle, Anas and Osama Rajput. Anas hasn't faced any ball yet, and Osama is also just arrived. 51 for 4, and this over could be the game changing. They need a couple of more wickets there, which completely push back Kennedy towards the back foot. And Ashley tapped over to the offside is a safe single. So Osama Rajput has got off the mark. Very good over so far, just 9 runs conceded overall and 2 in this over. And so double breakthrough picked up by Jasim. And now Mohammad Anas is on strike. Very good bowling by Jasim, wicket to wicket. The last ball coming up. And Ashley went towards the cover, just one. A safe cricket from Kennedy. So 6 overs gone now. This is 53 for 4, Kennedy University in the semi-final. So just 4 overs are left, and 53 for 4. They need at least a couple of big overs to get to 90 or 100. So Mohammad Aqib will be bowling his over number 2, considered just 6, picked up a solitary wicket here. And Mohammad Anas is on 1, and Osama Rajput, his partner, is also on 1. So it's the right time for Bahria University to increase some pressure, to put more pressure on the batsmen here. The both batsmen are fresh, and they can't waste much time. They have to go after the bowlers. "53 for 4. चैनल लेट सही बैटरी लो है वैसे Kambar is the next batsman. 55 for 5 Energy University in the first semi-final. Let's play it towards the onside. Just one. Kambar is off the mark. Looking for two. Could be tied again at the bowler's end. The throw is not quite good. So a couple of runs taken in the end. So Kambar is off the mark with couple. So 5 wickets have fallen now for NAD, and they lost the last 3 wickets in the passage of 7 runs. So the pressure straight away is on NAD, and the Barry have done well to pull the things back in their favour. They're trying hard to restrict NAD as low as possible. Here he goes again. Kambar is on strike. This goes to the onside. We have to wait for the umpire signal. So leg by given. So 1 run has been added to the total. It's 58 for 5. And 7 overs gone now. 58 for 5. And just 3 overs. So first semi-final is being played for Pakistan University. Bahria University won the toss and they opted to field first. So NAD, they started well. The over number 2 to 5, they batted quite beautifully. But after that, the Bahria University came back strongly here. Fawad, the spinner, will bowl over number 8. Kambar is on strike. Big shot down the ground, could be tight, could be the boundary. Found the gap and it's a boundary. Beautifully placed by Kambar. There were 2 sweepers out there, but it's played down the ground.
Right.
62 for 5 and very good start of the over. Down the ground, on the leg side he has completely missed it. It's a bad line from Fawad, wide signal by the umpire. Kambar has decided to take on this off spinner, Fawad. Over ball number 2. Big shot against the slog sweep. And it's taken it. Yes, it's a good low catch. And Kambar couldn't get the placement right. He struck it well, he timed it well. But the placement wasn't good. So nicely taken. So Kambar has to go back. He's disappointed with himself. Just couldn't continue his innings now. So brief innings has come to an end, and wicket number 6 has fallen for NAD. And Fawad, who has struck in his first over, is 63 for the loss of 6 wickets. Mauzul Islam, the next batsman who will join Mohammad Anas.
63.
Mauzul Islam, the next batsman will be on strike. The batsman couldn't cross. Short of catch, it could be tight, and it's one bounce, falling just short of the fielder. So he can't waste much time. Maz, he has to throw his bat on every ball almost, because we are into his over number 8. They need at least one big over to get to around 90 or 100. Fawad again, over the wicket. He goes down the ground and just one. So Maz is on 1, Anas is on 3. 65 for 6, over number 8 is in operation, so they need one big over at least to get some decent score around 90 or 95. Big shot towards the onside, just one, played along the ground. Nice shot again, but they won't get more than one. Looking for two, but sent back by his partner. So the over has come to an end. So 8 overs gone. It's a successful over, and the score is 67 for 6, and just 12 balls are left to finish the innings. The first semi-final between NAD and Peria University here in UBL Sports Complex, Karachi. Singles won't be a problem for Peria here, but NAD University, they have to find middle of the bat. They have to find the distance to get some big shots. Anas was on 4 of 6 deliveries, and Maz 2 on 2. They will be looking to get big shots now.
57.
Umar bin Riaz is the bowler, and swing and a miss. Has tried to work it towards the offside, got beaten. He's into his second over. Umar bin Riaz, who bowled the first over of the match, considered just 3 runs. His economy is under 3. He has bowled beautifully. Now he's bowling his second and last over. Must be looking forward to finishing this spell on a strong note. Big shot down the ground, could be tied, could be caught, yes, well taken. That's a fine catch at deep cover, no problem whatsoever. A well judged catch, and Umar bin Riaz, who bowled beautifully, now has got a wicket here. Numan is the man who got a catch at extra cover. It was a good shot, it's the well-timed shot, but failed to get the placement right. Comfortably held. Hasn't considered a run in this over, and now picked up a wicket here. Anas has been dismissed, so Numan Saeed will join Maz. And gone again. Fine catch, so he's on a hat-trick now. Umar bin Riaz has picked up Maz. He struck it down the ground towards long on. A good diving catch. So wickets are falling here. So they are on the verge of to get all out. Umar bin Riaz is picking up wickets here for Peria University. He's picked up Anas and now has picked up Maz. He's on a hat-trick now. So catching has been excellent from Peria University, and there was a man who got a catch at extra cover, and now haven't missed anything. So 8 down now. 1 over and 3 balls are left to finish this innings, and 2 wickets in hand for NAD. Umar bin Riaz is on a hat-trick now. Just missed his run-up now, will start proceeding again. So Numan Saeed is on note, he will be facing, and Mohammad Ahmed is also on note. So both batsmen are on note, and Umar bin Riaz will be looking forward to completing his hat-trick now. Numan is on a strike. Umar bin Riaz on a hat-trick now, over the wicket to Numan. Here we go. It's tapped towards cover for a safe single. So they have avoided the hat-trick. Excellent start by Umar bin Riaz, considered 3, and now is over number 2, this 2 in the last over. So he has been quite magnificent. Umar bin Riaz is 4 runs considered overall, and in this over he has just considered 1 and picked up 2 wickets. So Mohammad Ahmed is the left-handed batsman, will be facing his first delivery. Deep square leg, deep mid wicket for him. So they don't have much time to settle down. Umar bin Riyaz. Nicely bowled again. We have to give it one by signals, a leg by. Just couldn't bring his bat now. So 1 run. It's a 1 run added to the extra.
Last ball. Leg by हुआ.
Excellent over, excellent spell by Umar bin Riyaz. 69 for 8. Last ball coming up of this over, the over number 9 of the innings. Numan Saeed on strike and just tapped it towards the onside. So they won't mind, Bahari University. So excellent over from Umar bin Riyaz. He has finished his quota as well. So 70 for 8 after the end of over number 9. So, and we have just 1 over left, and Bahari University has to get somewhere around 15 to 20 runs to get around 85 or 90 to put some pressure on Bahari. So after 50 runs mark, the Bahari University, they deserve some appreciation. They pull the things back in their favor. Numan Saeed on 2 and Mohammad Ahmed is on note. Last over of the innings.
आप एनडी आ लो बस बिल्डिंग में कहीं बंदा भेज देना.
Nice shot towards cover. This could be the boundary. Well timed, well placed. It's a welcome boundary for Andy. Just worked it towards the offside. There was no protection at deep backward point. Beat the man. And that's a start they needed in the last over here. The score moves to 74 now. And the boundary picked up by Numan Saeed moves to 6. And Dishan Aziz, who's bowling his over number 2, considered 11 in the first over now as it started with the boundary. So 74 for 8 and 5 balls are left to finish the innings. Caught beaten now, short of catch.
Balls are left to finish.
Attempted the pull shot. So boundary followed by a dot ball. Down the ground and could be 4. Yes, it struck it so hard. Wonderful shot by.
Down the ground and could be 4.
Could not stop the ball. So a couple of boundaries now have been struck in this over. Superb batting by Numan Saeed. Just travelled very quickly to the boundary. Big shot again towards long on. There was a man, just 1 run taken. And overthrows could be tied again, going for the second run, and fielding lapses allowed the batsman to go for second run. So it is turning out to be an expensive over from Dishan Aziz, and exactly the kind of over Energy University was looking for, and they have 2 balls left now. They've got to 80 now. A couple of boundaries have been struck. Excellent finish from Energy so far. Big shot. This could be out, could be safe. 2 men converging and well taken. It's a fine catch by long off fielder. There was a man from extra cover who was going for the catch as well. No misunderstanding in the end. A good catch. And wicket number 9 goes down for Energy. But they've got a couple of boundaries on this over. They've got a decent score, more than decent score in the semi-final. And last ball will be coming up now of the innings. Salman Akhtar is number 11 and Mohammad Ahmed, the man on strike. 9 down for 80. And it's the last ball coming up of the innings. Left-hander Mohammad Ahmed on strike. So we have already seen a couple of boundaries in this over. Let's try to work towards the fine left, towards the ramp, and could be run out. We have to wait for the umpire signal. Maybe the batsman has made it. And going for the second run. And I think they have got a couple of runs in the last ball.
सिंगल सिंगल पे आउट हुआ आउट हुआ है सिंगल मैंने दूसरे पे आउट हुआ रन आउट
So single taken and the batsman got run out. So the Energy University has got all out exactly in 10 overs. So 82 is a target.
Raja Kambar
82 is a target for Bahria University, and they got 11 in the last over here. So the last over. So the first semi-final between Bahria University and Energy University is being played, and Energy has completed their innings, and Salah Rizwan, who started the innings with Dilawar Merchant, got 11. Then Dilawar got 14. Mohammad Faiz got 22, was the top scorer. And then Bahria bounced back. Adil got 1, Anas got 4, Rajput got 1. And we have to see the bowling analysis. Some of the bowlers were outstanding. Umar bin Riyaz especially considered just 5 and picked up 2 wickets. Saleh Salim was slightly expensive, 23 for none. 10 for 2 for Jasim Khan, Dishan Aziz, 22 for 1. And Aqib 1 for 9 and 1 for 9 for Fawad Alam. In the end, 81 they got. It's a decent score. In the complete quota of 10 overs, they lost all the wickets, and 82 is the target for Bahria University to win the semi-final of Pakistan University Cup T10. The first semi-final of Pakistan University Cup 2019 is being played in Jubilee Sports Complex, Karachi. Between NID University and Bahrain University. Bahrain University won the toss and opted to field first, and NID put 81 exactly in 10 overs. They got all out, and the run chase now is about to begin. Jasim and Hamza Altaf are the opening batsmen. Here we go. The first ball of the run chase, and nicely played towards the onside for 1. And Jasim is off the mark. Adil Kaim Khani, the right arm medium fast bowler, started the proceedings for NID University. 81 for the loss of all 10 wickets in exactly 10 overs. It's a more than decent score, and it can challenge Bahrain University. Hamza Altaf will be facing his first delivery. Short ball is over the batsman head. It's quite comfortably so wide. It's an easy decision for the umpire. It's the first extras of the innings. A little bit of extra effort from the bowler, the effort ball. It was well above the batsman head. So it's 2 for none, Bahrain University. Adil Kaim Khani again over the wicket to Hassan Altaf. Hamza Altaf. Straight to the field right mid-off. So they need a couple of wickets early on to apply pressure on the Bahrain. There is a man at long on at the boundary. And one fielder is at deep in wicket boundary. It's the short third man, the Kali Kawa point. Went for the big shot, held the inside edge, and just 1 run taken. He wanted to take the advantage of the field restrictions. There was a man at mid-off. He was aiming to clear his head. So Jasim has got a strike back. So we have left and right in combination. Over the wicket again to the left-hander Jasim. Pulled it beautifully, and it's to clear the man, a short fine leg. It's the boundary. Superbly played by Jasim. He picked the length well, he got the elevation, and it's the first boundary of the run.
Left-hander Jasim.
Adil Kaim Khani, and very good technique by the batsman. There was a man, a short fine leg.
round the wicket. Smash it towards the onside.
The pressure straight away on the bowler. The boundary hit on the first ball of the over here. Straight back to the bowler. It's bowling wicket to wicket now. It has been a positive start by Barrier. They're chasing 82, 13 for none. Down the track he goes, and very good stuff by the bowler. He changed his length when he saw the batsman was about to charge him. He almost shocked the batsman. So back-to-back dot deliveries. So dot deliveries are so precious in T10 format. Big shot down the ground. And there's a man at long on. There's a man at mid-wicket as well. Two men converging. And it's a drop catch in the end. There was a confusion between both the fielders. And the batsman has got alive here. They was what's high in the air for a while. In the end, it's a just one run taken. The batsman survived. We saw a number of good catches, number of very good outfield catches from Bahria University. They didn't drop any catch, but it's a drop catch from ND University now, and still the both openers are at the crease. So left-handed batsman Jasim on strike now. Nicely played. What a good shot. Magnificent shot for six. Beautifully timed. Just stand and deliver from Jasim and picked the length beautifully. Timed it to perfection, and it's the six, the first six of the innings. We have lost the ball as the ball went a long way. It was a wonderfully timed shot. Normally we don't see the batsman just times it and ball hits the ball a long way. He middled that, he timed it, and it was a huge six in the end. So we have lost the ball. Maybe we will get a new one, or maybe we can recover the old one. Terrific start by Bahria. They are chasing 82, and exactly similar kind of start they were expecting. In T10 format, we have the field restrictions of 2 overs, so there is no protection towards the onside. It also encourages the batsman to go after the ball straight away. But that shot, last shot, was the best shot of the day so far. Now we have one ball. Jasim Khan, who's on 12, just faced 4 deliveries, and strike rate is exactly 300. It's an amazing strike rate. It's a wonderful start from him. 20 for none. Chasing 82 to reach the final, the semi-final against ND. They were in Studio Sports Complex. Last ball of the over. And it's a wide. It could be 4. And it should be 5 runs added to the score. The bowler is feeling the pressure. Missed the radar, and the keeper missed it as well. The short fine leg fielder was also away from it. So 5 runs will be added to the score. An absolute hit for the batting side. Last ball of the over, and it's drove it well. Has driven it quite beautifully. Yes, umpires signaled a boundary. So superb over for Bahria University, and the ND bowlers are under pressure. 2 gone now. It's 29 for none, and the bowler Mohammad Ahmed conceded 20 runs in his first over. And Bahria University, they're chasing 82. They are right on top, 29 for none after 2. Bowling. Terrific start by Bahria University. 29 for none after 2 overs, chasing 82. And Kumber is the next bowler. He's bowling his first over. The right-arm off-break bowler is bowling over the wicket. They desperately need, NLD desperately need a wicket here, maybe 2 or 3 to apply the pressure. Asking rate is getting down after every over. Jasim Khan is on 16. He has just 5 deliveries. His strike rate now has jumped to 320. Missed it completely. Missed by the keeper, but not punished. It's an excellent form, Jasim Khan. So Hamza Altaf is on 7. So Hamza should rotate the strike. He should get single to give the strike back to his partner. The shot of leg before is clearly missing the leg stump. So a couple of rare dot balls from NLD. Mohammad Ahmed conceded 20 runs the second over of the innings. The unusual kind of action from Kamba is going for the single, slight fumble that allowed both the batsmen to take one. Now Jasim Khan on strike, so it's the right thing from Hamza Altaf. Just tapped the ball towards the gap and gave a strike back to Jasim. The left-handed Jasim hit a magnificent 6 in the last over. He has missed it. We have to wait for the umpire signal. It's a dot ball. So 3 dot balls we have seen this over. So very good over from Kamba. Exactly kind of over they need to come back in the match, but they need wickets here. They just can't defend it. They need wickets here. High in the air, could be out, could be 6. There's the man. I think he's done well. What's the maximum? He tried the ball. He tried to pull the ball back in the boundary. He fell over the boundary, and the ball eventually hit the rope. So it's a maximum to Jasim Khan. Very good effort by the fielder, deep square leg. He tried to pull the things back, as normally we see in T20 cricket, the kind of catches. But it's all towards the barrier now. Nothing is going towards the NLD, and it's a dot ball again. It's a better over from NLD's perspective. Just 6 runs conceded, but still Bahia University is on top. 3 gone, 36 for none.
Come back.
36 for none, 3 overs gone. They need 46 runs to win the semi-final and to reach the final here. The first semi-final is being played between NLD and Bahia University here in Jubilee Sports Complex, Karachi. And Bahia University is right on top. They're chasing 82. At the moment, they are 36 without any wicket. And over number 4 is about to begin. Tala Rizwan is bowling his first over, and Hamza Altaf is on strike. Right arm, medium fast, and he's bowled him. He is bowled him. Hamza Altaf has been cleaned up by the bowler. It's the first over from him, and that's the kind of wicket they needed. So Hamza Altaf went for the big shot, clean bowled by the bowler, and wicket number 1 down is 36 for 1, Bahia University. कितना आउट किया? 36 for 1. Tala Rizwan has got a wicket for NLD. Perfect start for him. And still they are in comfortable position at Bahia University. Tossi with the next batsman who will join Jasim in the middle. 36 for 1. Over number 4 is in operation at the moment. Hamza Altaf was looking for a big shot down the ground, misses completely, and off stump was completely grounded by the bowler. got rewarded for being wicket to wicket here. The excellent start by Tala. His first over, and now he will be bowling to Tawseef. The fresh batsman in the middle has joined the in-form Jasim. Short third man, backward point cover. The deep cover, the long off, long on, deep in wicket. Nicely played, could be, oh, it's a fumble. It's a fumble. This could have been tight, but fumble at the backward point that allowed both the batsmen to take comfortable singles. And Tala Rizwan has conceded a run now, and also Tawseef is off the mark. So Jasim is on strike now. The left and right hand combination still troubling the bowling side. Went for the big shot and missed it completely. Bowling round the wicket to left-handed batsman. There's a protection for Jasim at deep mid-wicket, deep square leg. It's a long on and long off. And Jasim again on strike. Has bowled him. He is bowled him. And it's a no ball. A chance of a run out as well. The batsman has got back to the crease and a no ball given by the umpire. And Jasim Khan is having a great day and he survived. Straight away umpire gave a no ball here, so no bad news for Bahria University. Jasim Khan is still on the crease and plenty of disappointment for the bowler Tala Rizwan. The front foot landing was a problem for the bowler and umpire spotted it right, so very good fortune for Jasim Khan. He's bowling wicket to wicket, so they should be comfortable, they should be watchful against him. They can afford to pick up a couple of singles, they can afford a couple of dot balls as well in this over. Flicked away beautifully and to the left, to the man. Terrific placement for the batsman as a boundary. The ball pitch around mid in the next stump and nicely flicked away for the boundary. The timing was right and the bowler at deep square leg had no clue whatsoever. The output is quick. So boundary again for Jasim into the 26 now. He struck 3 boundaries and 2 sixes. It's a cruel game cricket. He survived a clean bowl on a no ball and got a boundary in the next ball. Went for the drive, got beaten, but no outside edge. 6 runs conceded by Tala Rizwan. He almost picked his batsman, but it was a no ball. So Jasim is having a very good time out there. On 26 of 12 balls, his strike rate is 216. Nicely played down the ground. And 4 overs gone, it's 42 for 1.
अनाड़ी
42 for 1. They need 40 to beat NLD University and to reach the final. 4 overs gone, 42 for 1. Jasim and Tawseef are the current batsmen. And Kamba will be bowling his over number 2. Considered just his side needs wickets, so big shot down the ground, shot of catch here. There's a man at long off, comfortably held, and is gone. So Kambar has struck here in the first ball of his new over. And Tala Rizwan is the man at long off, has positioned himself beautifully in the end as a comfortable catch. So 2 wickets go down now. It's 42 for 2. Tausif is the latest batsman who got out.
Jassim and Tausif are the current batsmen.
Kamba will be bowling his over number 2. Considered just. His Kennedy and his side needs wicket as I just mentioned. So a couple of more wickets in the over can make the situation very, very interesting in semi-final. So batsman cross over the wicket. Tapped away towards the offside for 1. I think the right tactics, they should rely on 1s and 2s. They have wickets in hand. Their asking rate is not very high at the moment. So they can go through the match through singles and 2s. Umar bin Riyaz, the next batsman. Right-handed batsman taking guard. Jassim on 27 of 14 deliveries, just 14 deliveries. Tapped away towards the mid-off and easy single. So that should have been stopped. So they have to dry up the singles. And good thing for Bahria that Jassim is on strike again. His strike rate is amazing, almost 200. Over the wicket again. Nicely pulled it, and it's right in the gap. Should be boundary. Yes, the ball has gone over the boundary. Very well placed once again by Jassim Khan. Over the wicket again. Nicely pulled it, and it's right in the gap. Should be boundary. चौका हो गया. चौके बाद 31 समझे ना? He struck 4 boundaries and 2 sixes. Now he's into the 30s now of just 15 deliveries, and the strike rate now is over 200 for Jassim. 48 for 2. They are inching closer towards the victory. That's good batting, and wanted a single sent back by his partner. Quite wisely so. They can't afford to take any risk. They are well placed. They are asking rate is in control. Jassim is playing beautifully here. Last ball of the over.
Ball.
Went for the big shot. Went the full shot. Completely got beaten. But survived. So over gone. 5 overs. 48 for 2. Bahria University. 34 चाहिए. 34 runs they need, Bahria University, to reach the final. And the Bahria have just lost 2 wickets. So for NLD's perspective, they need wickets. Almost 2 to 3 wickets in the next over. Credit goes to Jassim Khan, who just single-handedly built this innings. Umar bin Riyaz is the fresh partner who is on 1, will be facing. So Jassim Khan has batted quite outstandingly. So no other batsman of Bahria felt any sort of pressure. Watchfully played, straight back to the bowler. Required rate is 7.03, which is gap free. So Bahria can afford to play a couple of dot balls. They can rely on singles as well. Nicely played towards the onside, just 1. Simple job to be done for Umar Riyaz. He just needs to take some ones and give strike to his partner. Jassim, who is in amazing form, is on 31 of 17 deliveries, struck 4 boundaries and a couple of maximum. His strike rate is still on the higher side, 182.4. Nicely struck towards long off. There's a man, just 1. Salah Rizwan, who's into his second over. looking for a wicket here, especially Shasim is his target. And now once again bowling over the wicket now. Umar bin Riyaz on strike. And it's nicely played towards short side man, and a well run, very well judged run. And also the overthrows, but they didn't go for the second run. Very good thinking by Shasim Khan that the moment he made a contact, Umar bin Riyaz was short side man. He straight away set up for the single. It was very quick, and fielder had no chance. So the cover fielder has been pushed back towards deep extra cover, round the wicket. Tried to improvise the shot and didn't make any connection. The shot of leg before as well, but I think it's a single taken maybe off the bat. Just no leg by signal from the umpire. They don't need to play any unusual shot, unorthodox shot, because the run rate is very high, the asking rate is in control, still close to 7. Umar bin Riyaz on 3. Will be on strike now. Seven extras conceded by NAD so far. That is nicely played towards cover, and it's 4 runs. The ball travelled very quickly. Superbly timed by Umar bin Riyaz. It's 4 more. NAD so far. It was pitched up outside the off stump, and the batsman just used the pace of the ball, and there was a man at deep cover, and he had no time whatsoever. It was a top shot, one of the best shots of the match we have seen. Mohammad Ahmed is the most expensive bowler in this innings, who conceded 20 runs and bowled just 1 over, whereas 14 conceded by Tala in his 2 overs, 9 conceded by Deen in his 1 over, and Kamar conceded 13 in his 2 overs.
What's the name?
NAD desperately looking for wickets here, and Bahari University is well positioned. They are way ahead at the moment. The required rate has gone down below 7. 6.5 is that required rate they need. 9.33 is the current rate, and they have just lost 2 wickets. Oh, big wide down the leg side. It went horribly wrong, so keeper did well to collect the ball. So the bowlers may be feeling the pressure. Total number of extras, say 8. If you're defending, score around 80 or 85 in 10 overs, so you can't afford to concede so many extras here. Once again. Down the leg side could be wide again, yes. 2 wides in a row from Noman Saeed. And that's dropped down the required rate. It's 6 runs per over. Extras are 9. Current run rate is 9. Here for Barrier. There is soft hands towards deep square leg, just single taken. And this is the first legal ball of the over. It started with a couple of wides, and then this ball considered 1. Umar bin Riyaz was 7, who played a lovely square drive in the last ball of the over. He has also bowled well, so he's a very promising all-rounder from Bahari University. Just timed it beautifully, but not well enough. No effort whatsoever, just couldn't clear the boundary, and comfortably had at long off. So Umar bin Riyaz has to walk back now. 3 down now. So Umar bin Riyaz is walking back. He got out at long off, comfortably held. He timed it beautifully, and but just could not clear the boundary. So it's a priceless wicket for NAD, but they need a couple of more wickets here to pull. Zaib is the next batsman who will join Jasim in the middle, and the batsmen have crossed. So Jasim Khan will be on the track now. He is on 34. The current run rate is 9.32, required rate is 6.27, 59 for 3. And we are in the over number 7. Jasim is the man on strike. Didn't connect it properly, just one. The fielder ran from the boundary towards the stumps, and in the end, so just one run taken. So still, there is no pressure on Bahrain University. They are way ahead. They are 22 runs away from the victory. The asking rate is 6.29. New batsman Zaib is on strike, so it's a strategy for NAD University to bowl new batsmen as much as possible and to keep away Jasim from a strike. Oh, got beaten there, short of catch it. Short ball in the end. Fine delivery from Numan Saeed. It was around off stump, and the batsman tried to tap it for one. Need wickets along with dot balls, Numan Saeed. And Zaib is certainly one of his targets. Has he caught it? Oh, he has dropped it. Could be overthrown now. So single gifted by NAD to Bahriaz. There was a man at the ball and one run as a result overthrow. Zaib is on strike, has got off the mark. So Jasim is on strike, who is on 35. Last ball of the over. Single towards offside to finish the over. 7 gone, 62 for 3. Tala and Kamba have completed their quota. And Numan Saeed and Mohammad Ahmed and Adil have one bowler, have one over so far. 62 for 3 and exactly 20 runs away from the victory. 9 extras conceded by NAD, so slight indiscipline as far as the bowling is concerned. Jasim is on the 36. So deep midfield boundary, deep square leg, long on, long off, being protected here. Adil can't smash it down the ground for one. Run. And they should not take any sort of risk, and presence of Jasim till the end is extremely important. You never know in cricket if Jasim wickets goes down, so NAD University can come back strongly here. Zaib is the new batsman who is on 1, will be facing his third ball now. Not convincing, but it's very effective. It's 4 runs to try to pull it, A third man fielder was inside the circle. That was well away over his head, and it's a useful boundary. Facing his third ball. Very quickly for the boundary, so they are even closer now towards victory. The asking rate has gone down to 5.63 and the score is 67-3. Jazib got his first boundary. In the competition. Off the backboard, beautifully played, a good effort by the fieldsman. Half stop and just one. And going for the one as well, it has 2 runs taken now. So overthrow by Nadi, so lots of indiscipline. They have bowled wide, so they have produced overthrows. So one more run gifted, so a couple of runs added to the score. Jazib is on 7th. That is well bowled and tapped it towards the offside for 1. Just 12 runs away from the victory. Bahria University. Jasim Khan is on 37, Jazib is on 8. And 9 extras conceded by ND. That's a real feature of the innings that really helped Bahria University to add some runs. And Jasim will be the man on strike. The ball number 5 of the over. Big shot down the ground. Oh, mid-wicket boundary. It's a huge 6. Length ball and well picked up by Jasim. And it's gone all the way for the massive 6. Superb batting by Jasim Khan today. Into the 40s now. 43 of 24 balls. That was his third maximum. The length ball from Adil Qaim Khani. And it was well middled. And it went all the way for the maximum. Swing and a miss and also fumbled by the keeper. But no run taken. So over comes to an end. 8 overs gone. 76 for 3. 76 for 3. Bahria University. And they just need 6 runs to reach the final. It has been a wonderful run chase from Bahria University. They bowled well and they chased even better. And ND, they never looked in the game in the second half and totally struggled. Maybe they had also dropped some catches and also they produced some wide deliveries. And Jasim almost single-handedly taking the side towards the victory. Just 6 runs away now. Over extra cover, should be boundary. 2 bounces over the rope for 4 more. Lovely shot this from Jazib off the back foot, slightly short from Mouse Faiz and is smashed it well, generated some power and placed it beautifully for 4. Now a couple of runs away from the victory. Very good contribution we have seen from Jazib and Umar bin Riyaz and Jasim was outstanding throughout the innings. And for the cut shot he has missed again, so 2 dot balls in a row. So dot balls won't create any problem now, so just a couple of runs needed. Off the back foot, a shot of catch it, oh, not given by the umpire. Loud appeal by the keeper. Very good comeback by the bowler after conceding a boundary, but still 2 balls left to get a couple of runs. Slight conversation between both batsmen. And once again got beaten, but they have gone for the run and the keeper fumbled it. And the scores are level now. Jasim Khan will be on strike, will be facing last ball of the over number 9, and he deserves to play the winning shot for Bahria University. He batted quite outstandingly. He's on 43. Obviously, he can't get his 50. And last ball over number 9, just 1 run away now. And it's a victory for Bahria University, and it's a 4 runs, maybe off the bat, yes. And it's a comfortable win for Bahria University. They have beaten NED in the semi-final, and now Bahria is in the final of Pakistan University Cup 2019. Wonderful performance, wonderful all-round show, and the batsmen and bowlers, they have done quite remarkably, and this is turning out to be a comfortable victory in the end. Score. स्कोर बता दूंगा ना एंड में पूरा बताएंगे सर इनका So first semi-final has come to a close between NED and Bahria University. Bahria University won the toss and opted to field first. NED University got 81, exactly the 10 overs. They lost all the wickets, and Mohammad Faiz got 22 with the top scorer, and Dila was the second top scorer on with 14. Bahria University, they responded beautifully, and exactly 9 overs they chased down the score with 85 for 3, and the star of the show was Jasim Khan, without any shadow of doubt, who stayed not out on 47. So Bahria University won by 7 wickets, and now they have qualified for the final of Pakistan University Cup 2019. Thank you. कैमरा क्या है? रेडी है? आ रहा है क्या?
रेडी है?
कौन उछाल रहा है?
कर दे रेडी है।
कौन उछाल रहा है?
रेडी है।
कौन बोल?
रेडी है? कौन बोलेगा? आप बोलेंगे।
जी हाँ, टेल है।
बॉलिंग कर। जो बॉलिंग कर। इकरा यूनिवर्सिटी बॉलिंग कर।
बैटिंग कर। So news we have from the toss, Ikra University has won the toss and they are bowling first. inside the circle, so easy boundary. Boundary. As a bowler, he just can't afford to bowl towards the leg stump with the fielder inside the circle. He has to be off stumpish all the time. The fine leg fielder is still inside the circle. There is a man at deep square leg, there is a man at third man, and Sattar again over the wicket to the right-handed batsman. Shot of catch here towards mid-wicket. However, it shot at the midfield as well, and it will allow the batsman to take two. That is not good cricket from Ikra University. Six of the over so far, and 3 balls have been bowled. Farhan is on 6 with the help of a boundary. Sattar again over the wicket. Nice deflected away towards the deep square leg, which should not be more than 1. And going for the second as well. The fielder is not so quick, so very good running by the batsman. They saw the fielder is a little bit deep and taking the ball a little bit lightly, so that allowed a couple of runs once again. That is good cricket from Sir Syed University. Good running by Farhan and Abdul Hasib. The fielder at deep square leg is extremely deep, right at the boundary, so 2s are usually on. Shot of catch it is, could be tied, toss of run out. The batsman dived, the throw wasn't good enough, he could have been tied. They have to be careful where the fielder is, and the fielder has all the 3 stumps to aim at. He just missed the stumps. Abdul Hasib, who hasn't faced any ball, he was almost out of the crease and he almost got out. So very eventful over so far. The last ball coming up of the first over. Shot of catch it and well taken. Superb catch. Wonderful catch at mid-off. It's timed his jump to the perfection. It's a one-handed blinder. Goodness gracious, it's a top-class catch and the catch of the tournament possibly. He just missed the run out at the ball before and got a marvelous catch at mid-off. The timed his jump beautifully and very eventful over. The first over of the second semi-final has come to an end. Wonderful. As the man got out, he timed it well, or almost cleared the man, but the fielder was absolutely extraordinary the way he timed his jump and took a blinder with his one hand. So Sattar struck in the last ball of his first over, so eventful over the first one. An exciting start of the second semi-final. 8 for 1, SSUET, 8 for 1. And they lost a wicket of opener Farhan. Catch किसने लिया था? Abdul Muiz got it mid-off, who got an incredible catch with his one hand. It is one of the best catches at any standard of cricket. Superb effort. Abdul Hasib, who didn't face any ball in the first over, who survived the run out and now will face his first delivery. The left-handed batsman, Hassan Mahmood. Right arm off break bowler is down the leg side, is going for the one. No hit connection whatsoever. Bowling round the wicket to the left-hander. Tried to play late, got beaten. Very good start. It was so close to the off stump. Bowling round the wicket, Hassan Mahmood. Straight back to the bowler once again, well defended by the batsman, so just can't afford to play so many dot balls at T10 format. Three dot balls in a row. Beaten again, dot ball again. Pressure mounting on the batsman, Abdul Hasib. Is clearly struggling to get the connections and as well as to get the placement. Four dot balls in a row, an absolute rarity in T10 format. Bowling stumps to stumps and is being rewarded. Off the back foot, going for the quick single and slight fumble. So the ground fielding hasn't been excellent. So finally relief for Hassan Mahmood. He's off the mark. Mohammad Asib off the mark, and the new batsman Fahad Khalid will face the last ball of the over. Just 1 run conceded, is 9 on the board. The last 6 ball of the innings conceded just 1 run and a wicket as well. Over the wicket now. Going for the quick single and a slight fumble once again that allowed the single, held the inside edge. No danger for the batsman in the end. So 2 overs gone, 10 for 1. So University, after a rollicking start, the first 5 balls they played very well, and after that they lost some plot. 4 dot balls produced second over.
बॉलर नेम यार बॉलर नेम बताना
Arsalan is the new bowler, will start the over number 3 of the innings. It's a dot ball again. It was attempted the paddle sweep, got beaten, and no connection whatsoever. So the spinners look in good form for Ikra University. Big shot down the ground. He will clear the boundary by a long way. Wonderful shot, stand and deliver, over long off for maximum. Lovely shot down the ground. He got a distance as well, though that 6 has released some pressure. Now round the wicket. Oh, slog sweep, went for the square leg shot. This completely mistimed it. Good comeback by the bowler. Went for the sweep shot and slight fumble, but just 1 run taken. So comfortably 1 run taken here. So strike goes to Abdul Hasib. Hasib was on 1, faced 5 deliveries. There's a protection at deep, long on, long off. Mid wicket. Off the front foot, nicely played towards cover. It's a good effort, but the throw is wide, and they will go back for the second as well. Very good diving effort, but he had no clue where he has to throw. The throw was wide, way above the head of the bowler. Nicely played, a cut shot, but and could be 4 as well. That should have been stopped here. An absolute bonus for SSUT is a boundary. He played it late, the ball dropped the ball a little bit short, it's cut it nicely. And there was a two-man at the short third man at the backward point, so slight fumble. And the ball traveled quickly for the boundary, so it's a very useful boundary. The second over was a bit tight for SSUET, and now some pressure has been released. 23. 23 after 3 overs for the loss of 1 wicket. Abdul Muiz will bowl over number 4 of the innings. Fahad Khalid on 8, Abdul Hasib is on 7. The run rate is 7.67. It's quite acceptable, but they have to enhance it quickly. The left arm spinner smashed it down the ground towards extra cover, should be maximum, and landed just before the boundary. And it's a boundary here, but very good shot indeed. Just got width outside the off stump, but a stand and deliver shot. He didn't have to charge, so that shows the class of the batsman. The cover fieldsman had to move towards cover. The ball quickly reached the boundary, falling just an inch short before the boundary and goes flat down the ground. Should have been stopped, yes. Well done. Almost got maximum Fahad Khalid. The ball landed beyond, just before the boundary. So it has been excellent couple of last overs. The left-handed batsman Abdul Hasib is on strike again. 7 of 7 is his stats now. Nicely tapped away towards deep square leg for 1. Beaten, went for the big shot, completely beaten. Just slight appeal for the stumping. The batsman was comfortably inside the crease. 29 for 1. And we are in over number 4 at the moment. Fahad Khalid is back on strike, who has struck 1 boundary and a maximum. Went for the big shot, got beaten again. So very good comeback by the bowler.
Maximum.
Last ball will be coming up. The run rate is 7.57. Shot of catcher towards the mid-wicket here, could be out, yes, well taken. No mistake whatsoever at mid-wicket boundary, and wicket number 2 down now of Sir Syed University. And Fahad Khalid is a man, was batting quite beautifully. He has to walk back now.
बॉलर भी बता देना यार
29 for 2 after 4 overs. SSUT just lost a wicket of Fahad. in the first semi-final. We saw Bahia University is knocked out the other side and easily reached the final. They beat Kennedy by 7 wickets. So over number 5 is about to start, 29 for 2, SSUET. And we have Hassan Mahmood, who conceded just 2 runs in his first over. He's bowling his second and last over, as we have 2 overs quota in T10 format. Outside edges, could be runs, could be boundary as well. Short side man is after the ball. Well done in the end. So 1 run taken. Shahrukh Sarfraz as a fielder, a short side man, he chased as well. The outfield is quite lightning, so you have to make extra effort to prevent the boundary. Left-hander Abdul Hasib on strike, who's on 8. 4 dot balls he produced against Abdul Hasib in his previous over. Nice shot towards long off, just 1, and the fumble and going for the second run. The throw is not good enough, so in the end a comfortable couple of runs taken now. Very good cricket by Surseed batsman. Slightest of fumble usually allows the batsman to go for second, and we have seen a number of times in both semi-finals. The catching has been excellent generally, but ground fielding hasn't been top class overall. Save shot, beautifully played, and there is a man for protection, just 1 run taken. Hassan Mahmood is having a great match, just considered 6 runs. So, but has produced some precious dot balls. .33 for 2, and ball number 4 of coming up, and it's bowled him. He is bowled him. Ali Hashmi is a man who has been dismissed, who got just 1 run and cleaned up by the off-spinner who bowled beautifully. I was just talking about his economy, his dot balls he produced. He deserved a wicket and has picked up his man. So 3 down now, Surseed University, and 33 on the board. Bowler name, bowler name? Hassan Mahmood, what a spell he's having. He has been economical and now has picked up his wicket. He still has got 2 balls left in his quota, so very good performance by him. As far as Surseed University is concerned, they need a couple of big overs, overs of 15 and 20, just to gain some momentum in the innings. As we have seen, the score around 70 and 80 are usually not safe enough. So they desperately need a couple of very, very good overs. New batsman is Osama Pasha. Will join Abdul Hasib. Current run rate is just fraction over 7. And the right phase of the match now, they need 2 or 3 overs to put some pressure on the bowlers. The left-handed batsman Osama Pasha will join another left-hander. So both left-handers are on the crease at the moment. Big shot for leg before, but turned down by the umpire. Just try to work towards the onside, but maybe the ball hit the pad first. The line wasn't convincing for the umpire. He survived. Last ball coming up off the over. Nicely played. And it's a tough chase for the third man. The ball has reached the boundary. He played it late. He played with soft hand. It's a boundary to finish the over. So over gone. 37 for 3 after 5 overs. नया जो है नया है
उसने तो मारा उधर भी सौ पाशा नहीं मारा उधर
यार ये कैमरामैन को मतलब सामने नहीं आया
37 for 3 after 5
कौन है बॉलर
इमरान बॉल कौन कर रहा है वो कैच किसने किया था वाला हारिस ने किया था
Arsalan will start the new over. That's nicely tapped towards the onside for 1. So singles won't hurt Iqra University as far as Sartrees is concerned. They need boundaries and sixes. We saw in the previous match, Jasim Khan played beautifully. His strike rate was around 200, so someone has to play a similar kind of role to bring the score around 90 or 100. Some changes in the field now. There is a man at short third man. And it's very fine at short third man position. Nicely played off the front foot, straight to the fielder, so very precious dot ball. So every dot ball will produce a pressure on SSUET. Nicely played in the gap. There is a man who cut it off. Just 1 run taken. So score moves to 39 for 3. Hasib on 12 or on 11 balls. So he has been very cautious. Run a ball in is from him. Width provided and nicely struck towards the offside. There was a man at long off who covered a lot of ground and disallowed the second. A very good effort, very good throw. Someone has to take charge. Abdul Hasib has consumed 12 deliveries and got 13, so he has to take charge, and he also can't afford to get out now. Towards covered just 1, so conceding singles, not a problem. So the bowler is getting appreciation from his colleagues. The boundaries and sixes have been dried up. Off the backward, beautifully played, straight down the ground. He found the gap and the boundary. It's a brilliant one. Lovely shot. It's a welcome boundary for SSUET. It was slightly on the shorter side, and off the back foot, he smashed it down the ground. There was a man at long on who was slightly wide and had no clue whatsoever. So it's a useful boundary for SSUET. So after 6 overs, 45 for 3, and now it's Shahrukh Sarfraz hai ye. Shahrukh Sarfraz hai. Shahrukh Sarfraz has got a ball now, the T10 off spinner. Now down the leg side, starts with the wide, missed his radar completely. So there are some exercise for the umpire. Shahrukh Sarfraz was the man of the match when Iqra University played the last game. Ball around the wicket to the left-hander. And it's bowled in. He is bowled in. Good comeback by Shahrukh Sarfraz. The batsman tried to work it towards the third man, and it's completely missed it. So excellent start by Shahrukh Sarfraz. Was the man of the match in previous match of Iqra University, and got a wicket now. The golden arm Shahrukh Sarfraz has struck here.
Ball is on the wicket to the left.
4 down now, SSUET 46 on the board. The boundaries are usually dried up. The singles and doubles are coming up, but these are not enough to post a decent score on the board. Just one conceded, one extra conceded by Iqra University. We have seen the wide we saw before the wicket. And Daniel Asif is the next batsman. .46 for 4. Right-handed batsman taking guard, Daniel Asif, and Shahrukh Sarfraz will be bowling now over the wicket. Picked up 3 wickets in his last game, Shahrukh. Nicely driven towards cover at 4 runs, beautifully driven, a lovely start by Daniel. It's a cover drive at his best. The man was down that cover boundary. He wasn't far away, but Pras paid the price as he offered the weight. Well timed, well struck, and it's a very important boundary. Nicely driven again by Daniel. This time straight to the fielder. Wasn't able to pick up the gap. It's a boundary followed by a dot ball. Shahrukh again. Straight back to the ball. A good comeback by Shahrukh. So after conceding a boundary, he has come back well and produced back-to-back dot balls. Light appeal of leg before, turned on by the umpire. So 3 dot balls now from Shahrukh. Last ball coming up of the over. 5 runs conceded in this over. 50 for 4, Surseed University. That boundary brought up the half century. Try to work towards the third man, got beaten. So 4 dot balls in a row. Very good over by Shahrukh Sarfraz. And after 7 overs, 50 for 4.
partner.
50 for 4 after 7 overs. Second semi-final of Pakistan University Cup 2019 is being played in UBL Sports Complex, Karachi. In the first semi-final, Bahria University knocked out NAD and they have secured their position for the final. The winner of this semi-final will play against Bahria University, will be scheduled after this match. At the moment, SSUT is slightly under pressure, 50 for 4 after 7 overs. They need boundaries, they need big overs. Good shot down the ground, and it's a maximum. Lovely shot down the ground, nice and clean. And that's the kind of 6 we needed, and Surseed University now is feeling relief now. Lovely shot down the ground. And it's Abdul Hasib. He's a man who's got a maximum. As I just talked about, the boundaries and 6s, and straight away he got a maximum. Few more blows like that can certainly put Iqra University under pressure. The last shot was absolutely nice and clean down the ground, right off the middle of the bat, absolutely over the side screen. Good shot again down the ground. There is a man at long off, just 1 run taken. Good shot down the ground. Has he got the distance? Yes. 6 more. This time from the right-hander, Daniel Asif, who got a boundary in the over of Shahrukh, and now he's got a 6 over long on. The first 6 was struck by Abdul Hasib, the left-handed batsman, and now the 6 hit by the right-hander, Daniel Asif. Beautifully timed and cleared long out quite comfortably here. The current run rate now has jumped to 8.40, and as we talked about, some lusty blows that can really bring the score around 90 or 100, somewhere around 85 at least. We are into the 8th over. Nicely played with the soft hands and wanted a single sent back by his partner. There's good thinking here, so you just can't afford to go for singles if the fielder is close. Already the batting side has got a couple of maximum in this over. Short ball and nicely struck. It's cut away for 1. 14 runs of the over so far. Murtaza Wali, the left arm spinner, conceded a couple of maximum. And the last ball coming up, so Hasib, who got a maximum in the first ball of the over, will be on a strike. And Murtaza Wali wants to finish this over on a strong note here. 14 runs of the over. Very productive for Sir Syed University. Dropping short and it's cut away for 1. And throw is not good enough, so single to end the over. 15 runs of the over, 8 overs gone, 65 for 4. So far, Iqra University has used 6 bowlers, and Hassan and Arsalan have completed their full quota of 2 overs. Some discussion is on between Iqra University players, so still Sir Syed University has a good chance to post around 85 or 90. The last over that produced 15 runs and a couple of boundaries of 6s can put further pressure on Iqra University.
Bowler name?
Anas is bowling over number 9 of the innings. Shahrukh Sarfraz bowled well in the last over, who has been taken out. And Anas will be bowling the over number 9, the quick bowler. Anas Abdul Sattar, who conceded 8 runs in his first over, will be bowling now the left-hand batsman Abdul Hasib, who's on 25. Was very watchful initially, but now he's shifted his gear. Now his strike rate has improved. His strike rate is 156. Batting on 25, will be facing Anas Abdul Sattar. Bowling around the wicket, in fact over the wicket. Held the outside edge, and the third man fielder is in action now. Just 1 run. The left arm quickie. He has to be very accurate and precise as far as his line and length is concerned. He can change his pace as well. If he bowl anything short after the off stump or short off towards the leg stumps, the batsman can use his pace to convert the ball into the boundary ball. So right-handed batsman now. Daniel Asif, who also struck a maximum in the previous over. He was on 11 now. Around the wicket. Oh, dropped it. There was a noise, there was a certain noise, and the keeper has dropped it, and 1 run taken now. Very disappointed bowler, Anas Abdul Sattar. There was around the wicket. So, as a result, 1 run taken. There's a protection at third man, cover, long off, long on. Deep one leg, who is the third man now, this left and right combination. Back to over the wicket now, Sattar. Nicely struck down the ground, and there's a man covering towards, and he's got beaten. He covered a lot of ground towards his right. In the end, unable to clear to stop the boundary. And it's a useful boundary for the left-hander and Surrey University. And Abdul Hasib into the 30s now with the help of this boundary. So plenty of movement for the fielder as left and right hand combination is out there at the moment. Both are playing well, getting runs. Has improved